Alright guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see on the screen, I have some beautiful salmon patties and scrambled eggs. This is going to be the first video in my Saturday Soul breakfast segment. Nothing was better than Saturday morning, waking up, mom had breakfast ready, and you just waited on Soul Train to come on. Those were the good old days. No Barry White jokes, Gina. I do not sound like Barry White. Alright, let's jump into this video. Okay guys, here's what all I'm going to be using. Some black pepper, a little seasoning salt, not too much for this, some vegetable oil. This is 4 eggs that I'm going to be scrambling, regular all-purpose flour, 1 egg, half of an onion, and Double Q Pink Salmon. This is my favorite kind of canned salmon. Okay, so first thing I want to do is get my eggs scrambled off and set those aside. So I add just a little vegetable oil to my pan and put in my eggs. And I season my eggs with black pepper and a little white table salt. And after that, you just want to kind of move it around just a little bit so that it doesn't stick on you or anything. And I usually cook mine on kind of medium-high heat, not too high. And you just want to keep moving that around until we get those done. And then we'll take those out and we'll move on to frying our salmon patties. Alright, so my eggs are looking good. They're just about ready to come out now. Been cooking it for a couple of minutes. Doesn't have any color on it, so I know that's going to be extra points from Chef Jeff. I'm just going to get this out and set it aside. And then I'll clean my pan and get ready to fry my salmon patties. Alright guys, let's mix our patties. Now I got my salmon out of the can, discarded the liquid, and I took out the bones. Now some people leave the bones in because they are soft and you can eat them, but I always make sure to take mine out. And then what I'm going to do is just come in and just break this up some, break it down. I don't want it to be in really big chunks. So you just want to keep mashing it with the back of a spoon or a fork. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to add my onions to this. And once I get my onions added, then I'm going to come in and I'm going to add 1 egg to this. And after adding my egg, I'll come in and I'll add just a little black pepper to this and a little seasoning salt. Now, I don't like using too much salt on my salmon because that liquid has a little salt in it also. And the salmon just has a really nice natural flavor, so I don't like adding too much salt to my salmon. And next I'm just going to give this a mix and get it well incorporated, and then I'll add a little flour to this. Now I know some people use breadcrumbs, but when I was growing up, this is the way my mom did it. I mean, I don't think I ever saw breadcrumbs in our house. Anytime she would make salmon patties or hamburger patties for gravy and stuff like that, it would always be eggs and flour. So I'm just going to come in and add just a little flour to this and mix it. I don't want to put all of that in. I just want to mix it and see the texture that I have, and then find out if I need to add a little bit more. And I felt that was still a little bit too loose, so I did actually come in and I added a little bit more. I don't like adding too much flour though, because it kind of takes on like a texture of like a dough, and it has like a doughy bread type taste to it. I like for my salmon to still be the dominant taste, so definitely want to be careful with how much flour you add to this if you are going to use flour. So I'm just giving that another stir, and then I'm just going to set that aside and get my grease on the fire and let that heat up, and then we can start frying our patties. Alright, so my oil has been heating, and I just want to come in and I just want to put my patties in there and press it down a little bit. Now you could use a scoop or something to form these into perfect patties, but I just scoop and just put them in the pan just like this. And we want to get those in. I normally get 4 patties, but I made these a little too big, so I only got 3. But you want to get these in the pan, and you want to let them stay on one side without disturbing them for at least 4 to 5 minutes so that they develop a good crust. And then you could turn them. If you come in too early messing with it, you're probably going to break them up. Okay, so after about 4 to 5 minutes, these are ready to flip. These are ready to flip. There we go. I left that in there just so you all could see the trouble I had getting that to flip. You can see they have a nice color, a nice crust on that side. You just want to get all 3 of these flipped over and let them go for another 4 to 5 minutes on the next side. And then we'll move on to putting everything together. Alright, so what I want to do now is I want to give these another flip. I like making sure that my onions in the middle are also cooked. I don't want to bite in and chew raw onions, so it's very important that you flip these a couple of times before you take them out. And you can see that they flip much easier than before. That's because you're developing a nice crust on it and it's holding together really well. So I'm going to just let these cook a little bit more, and I'm going to give it one final flip, and then I'll take it out and put it on my wire rack and let it drain, and then that will be it. Okay guys, so we are coming to the end of our frying. I just wanted to give these just one last flip, and you can see that the color on those are perfect. That's the way I like for my salmon patties to look. The onions are starting to get a little brown, so that lets me know that they are done and should be done in the middle of it also. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and I'm going to take these out. Now please be careful when you take these out because it does have a tendency to pop, and it did pop me, so please be careful taking these out. And I just want to set those on my wire rack and let those drain for a little while before I plate them. Once I get all 3 out, then I'll plate them and I'll show you all my final presentation. Alright guys, so this is the final presentation. I ate these just like this. Normally I would eat grits, but I didn't feel like any more grits, so I just ate them just like this. But if you enjoyed this video guys, please leave me a comment, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with some of your friends and families, and let them know that I'm over here cooking real food, not a bunch of Alfredo dishes and stuff. So yeah, until next time guys, peace.